In this episode, we are chatting with some amazing visionaries. Are you excited?
It's Visionaries.
Visionary.
You gotta extend the S. Visionaries. Yes.
Listen, y'all. We're not even going to hold you. Let's just jump right on in.
Let's see what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. True Talks
Welcome.
TV.
True
Welcome.
Talks TV. Back again. We got a
Back.
really, really great episode with some really amazing folks.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, it's an honor to be connected to so many great visionaries, and we're excited for you to check it out.
Yes.
Ready? Let's go.
Hey, so I'm Shanae from Just Taste NC. Hi, Kiki. Hi, Nicole. It's an honor. Thank you for asking me to be on here with my little humble cooking. I am not I'm not a trained chef, I guess. I'm self-taught, so I just, do what I do. I don't know.
So what will you be cooking for us this evening?
So tonight, I've already prepped some things. So I got some cod. It's seasoned with chili lime seasoning, which is like cumin, paprika, chili powder, some thyme, whatever. That's going to go in the oven. Some mashed potatoes, and then I'm going to do some asparagus.
All right. So what motivated you to start cooking?
I just I like to eat. So one of the reasons, I guess my grandmother used to cook all the time. And she would have the whole neighborhood over. Like, they would go home with pans, like aluminum foil pans of food home, like on top of everything else that she cooked, like that they ate while they were there. And I just love to cook. I just remember always wanting to be in the kitchen, wanting to learn how to cook. My mom was like the desserts queen, and then my grandma, she did the main courses. And I do main courses because it was never just one. And so, when I got grown, that's what I wanted to do. People say I don't cook normal stuff. That's because I had to eat it all the time. My mom did the best she could. Spaghetti was on the menu every week. What else? Chili. So I kind of got away from a lot of those dishes and kind of just opened my palate and just experience other food and make it. I don't want to be the soul food queen or, I want to be a cook that cooks everything, regardless of what it is. Even stuff I don't eat, like liver, yeah, I'll fix it for you, but I ain't finna eat it.
So what would be a favorite dish of others that you've made?
I think the oxtails. Jesus, I'm so sick of making oxtails sometimes. However, if the people want it, I will make it. Oxtails and probably the seafood fries. Those are probably the most requested dishes that I make.
All right. And what would be your personal favorite?
I don't think I have one. I really don't, because I'm always trying something new. So this week it was the salmon grilled cheese. Next week it'll be something different. It's just because I'm constantly trying something new. If I see something, I'm trying to recreate it or whatever. So I don't know that I have a favorite.
All right. So what is next on today's prep?
So I have olive oil and some seasonings in this bag. With a little lemon juice. And then my asparagus is already washed, but I like to keep the gum bands on so when I trim the ends, it's easier as opposed to trying to hold them all together. And I have some garlic that's going to go in here as well. And then I'm just going to roast it in the oven. When the fish is done, it's a quick, easy meal. Like, it literally, if you're focused Unlike me, who gets distracted, it should only take you about 25 minutes at the most to complete it. But that's it. So we're back, I guess. So I just tossed the asparagus in the bag, and it didn't look seasoned enough, so I added a little more, seasoned pepper and some mix-it-up salt. If you have never tried it, it's good on some asparagus. That's the fish. The oven is preheated, so I'm gonna throw it in the oven. And it's cod. And then we just got the potatoes and garlic boiling, so we can have some mashed taters. Yeah, so let's do that. I'm going to put this in the oven. I love cooking fish because it does not take long, so I'm going to set a timer just so I can... Nope, not 20 minutes. Jesus, I don't know. He's not timer good. Right. And then once that's done, I'll put this in the oven. I'm going to put some. And there's a lot of garlic on it. I'm just going to top it with Parmesan cheese. No matter who grated it. I took the lazy out today. I did not grate my own cheese. So, cooking is I guess it's my happy place. Like, I love, if I could, well, I don't know if I could, I used to say if I could cook and do nothing else, I would be happy, which I would be, but I don't want like the restaurant type. I'm more into intimate type settings. Like, I like doing dinners for couples or small parties. I don't know, I just like the intimacy of it, of knowing your client, knowing what they're allergic to, what they don't eat, things like that on a personal level, which I don't think you really get from a restaurant with the hustle and bustle. And then I don't trust people to cook my food the way I cook it. There might be a couple that I'll let make my recipes, but I think I'm too much controlling for that. So it would probably be better for me just to cater and have people maybe help with prep and things like that. So that's the kind of route that I'm going. So right now, if you go to my page on Just Taste and See, you'll see a vast menu of items, and it's just so that you can see what type of things you can get. If there's nothing on there, you can always message me or call the number that's on there, and we can work something out. I feel like it's vast enough now not to add anything to it, because a lot of times you have too many choices. You don't know what to choose. So we can talk about it, figure out, what type of deal you're having. So Kiki, you remember me as a mime or a dancer. I have not done that in years. It's been quite some time. So yeah, that was something that I loved and still love to do. I just don't have the opportunity to do it like I used to. It's been some years since I've danced. I think maybe 7 or 8 years. But yeah, so that's that. And I've been accused of teasing people with pics. Excuse me. That's just so you know what I offer. So you could be like, I literally just had somebody say, I need to make an order, but I don't know what to order. It's this thing you made with, and they described it, and I had to go through my pics and figure out what it was they was talking about. But I found it. So yeah, it's just to give you an idea of what I'm capable of doing and what I'm eating, because people say you don't eat normal stuff. Well, that's the point. I can go out here and get, a burger or something, but I want something different, And most of the time when I do go out to eat, there's very few places that I don't want my money back after I've gotten my food. So I'm always like, I should have just cooked, so that's what I did. Yeah. Dinner is served. You got your chili lime cod with some cheddar and chive mashed potatoes, roasted garlic asparagus. It's delicious, but don't take my word. Just taste and see.
actually came up with the name Nahom. It's something that I really wanted to pray about to make sure that this was like the right name that represented the brand. And I remember praying, and then he said Oprah. I heard like a whisper, and he said Oprah. And I was like, okay, what about Oprah? At that point, when I heard Oprah, and I heard Oprah's name backwards, and I was just like, okay, Harpo. And I was just like, genius! God, you're a genius! And then it was Nahom. So my name backwards, Mohan, is Nahom. And I remember last year, jumping into Ubers, and every time I jumped in, it was an Indian man or a Pakistani man or anyone from the Middle East. And one of the drivers said that in his country, in Pakistan, and within his region, because every region is different, right? And every meaning and every name means something different in every region. And so in his region, he said, Mohan is like an action word, like a verb, right? It means to love someone. For example, like I'm Mohan, my wife. And I was just like, oh wow, I never even heard that version before. And he goes, yeah, so that's what that means in my culture. And then when I heard that, and I was just like, got it. If Mohan means an action word to love someone, then that means Nahom means to receive love, right? Because it's so difficult for people to receive love nowadays. Like you can give someone a gift because that's a way of you showing that you love them. When it comes to getting something in return, it's so difficult to receive that and to take it in. And so Nahom is a way to receive love. And so you using the product is a way of loving yourself, because you're using all natural things that will do great things for your body, and you'll see results, and it'll make you feel good because you love yourself. And that's where the name of the product connected.
Hi, Truth Talks TV. My name is Faith. I am Faith Walks, Talks, and Slays on Facebook. I am Faith Walks 247 on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm Slayed by Faith Walks on Pinterest, because we're trying to be everywhere. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my journey in makeup and how I got to be an entrepreneur unexpectedly. So around 11 years ago, I started doing my makeup, started doing my thing, having fun with it. You know, got introduced to it by my little sister, so I was a bit of a late bloomer, but I digress. Moving forward to about 5-6 years ago, I was going through something really, really tough, and I started to use doing makeup as a therapeutic process. I went to the University of YouTube, honey, and I learned how to do makeup routines to help perfect my skill. I didn't want to just be good. I wanted to be great. I wanted to look flawless, okay? And I really used that time as a process to just do certain things to get my mind off of everything that I was dealing with. And I found that doing this routine really, really helped to de-stress me. So I began to take that on as that therapy. Then later on, fast forward to 2020, something unexpected really happened. I actually started dealing with being in the hospital because I found out that it was due to stress. I was dealing with a lot of stress on my job and all of this going on, and it was my 30th birthday that year, and I ended up being in the hospital. They put me on a heart monitor for 2 weeks to see if something was going on with my heart. They weren't sure what was happening with me, but honey, it was a mess. But I realized that it was time for me to walk by faith. I have been getting words from the Lord because I am a believer. You know, I walk by faith. It's not just something that I, quote as a name, but it's something that I do on a continuous basis. So I started to pray about it, and I would get words, prophetic words about, stepping out and quitting my job and moving on from that. And for me, that was really a point of just trying to get the faith to not doubt that, because I was always that girl that, I would work, get a job, get a check. I knew every 2 weeks I'm gonna get this check, or every week or whatever it was, I'm gonna get this check. And that was my comfort zone, right? So I decided to get out of my comfort zone, get out of my norm, and start doing something that I was passionate about. And that was makeup. I decided to become a beauty influencer, and so that year I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I decided to pursue being a beauty influencer full time. In the meantime, I would take clients from time to time and really hone in on my craft and learn and grow. So I had a great time just with the clients that I had, and perfecting my craft. I started buying a bunch of makeup. Y'all pray for my husband's strength in the Lord. And reviewing it on YouTube and doing videos for Instagram, and just enjoying the process of recording this, my therapeutic process of putting on the makeup, reviewing it, editing, all of that, and posting. And I just had a blast. I was doing it for fun. I did it for me. I did it because that's what I wanted to do. And it was time. It was time to step out and do what I was passionate about, and to not allow myself to hold myself back because of fear and to be stuck. So I did it. And in doing so, I began to get the acknowledgement from brands. I began to be introduced to a lot of indie brands, and to do things a little bit, outside of my comfort zone, which is take on brands, start receiving PR, doing reviews, going live. Oh my goodness, going live. I never thought I would be live. I would started off doing pre-recorded, reviews and all of that kind of stuff, where I would just record it. I could edit out all my bloopers, take out all the things I said wrong, and go from there. But then I went on to going live. Now, all the time in what I do, I always try to keep a part of me that is inspirational and tries to encourage people. So even when I was doing recorded content on YouTube or pre-recorded content, I would do these things called faith talks. And that's where I would do my makeup, but then I would allow in that therapeutic process to give inspirational words, things given to me by God, testimonies of things and trials and tribulations that I made it through, and all of these type of things. And I would do that because I didn't want it to just be about what happens with my outward appearance, right? I wanted to talk and address matters of the heart, even when, having a little fun with beauty and skincare and all of these things. And so that opened the door for me to be able to work with brands and to do lives. And it also, I didn't know, was preparing me for going live, because I would sit and talk to the camera, and so being able to get interaction from other viewers and things like that, it just made it a whole different experience, and it just made it more fulfilling, more enriching. I began to take clients as well, more clients, more proms, homecoming, weddings, music videos. I've actually done makeup for a music video, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of what I got to accomplish on that. And I just, I've been able to do competitions and collaborations with wonderful makeup artists who do amazing work. And in my work and competitions, I was able to do creative makeup. I got into creative makeup, and that's one thing that I never thought I would do. Creative and SFX, which is special effects makeup. So I started painting myself blue, green, red, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, like all of it. If you give me a vegetable, I can transform myself into it. So I really started doing these things, and I would get inspiration from the Bible, get inspiration from the Word, and take those things and create it on my body, and be led of the Holy Spirit even in that. And it's a way to reach people. I've met so many more people that I would have never met just through, going through the doors of the church. I've met so many people online and through social media and through my networking that way. And I've been able to put myself out there in a way that I never thought that I would do. And I was always, to myself and quiet. But this is just a way of really getting the word of God out there, but also to present the creativity that God has given me, and to no longer be afraid of those things. So this process of makeup and what I'm doing, with taking clients, all of that has been so fun. It's been rewarding and such a beautiful experience, and getting into SFX makeup and learning how to make my own prosthetics, and going in that way, that route, that has been an enriching process, because I love the process of being able to learn and to learn something new. I'm enjoying that more. Whereas before, I like to be a perfectionist and get everything right off the jump. Now I like to take that process of learning how to do something, how to do that double cut crease, that triple cut crease. You know what I'm saying? So there is a lot more to come from Faith Walks, Talks, and Slays. But I'm going to tell y'all, Truth Talks TV is going to get the tea firsthand when it's time to reveal what is to come. Okay, so thank you again so much for allowing me, Truth Talks TV, to come and talk about my passion for makeup. It's something that I really love. I really hope to make people feel beautiful within their hearts through what I do, and to present the creativity of God, that it has no limits. Okay, we walk, talk, and slay, and we walk in faith without limits. So if there is a purpose and a passion and something that you are interested in and you want to do, and you believe that God is calling you to do it, do it. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let anything stop you. Even if you have to work and do your passion, do it both. Do what you have to do to make your passion come to pass, because I'm telling you, it's going to pay off. I'm not stressed. I'm actually making money off of this. Not as much as I want to, but one day it's coming. You know what I mean? I'm able to, your gift makes room for you, and puts you before great men. So it's going to provide. God is going to provide. So don't give up. Don't quit. Pursue your passion. That's what I'm doing, and I'm having a blast doing it. So if you ever want to reach out to me, Faith Walks, Talks, and Slays on Facebook, Faith Walks 247 on Instagram and TikTok, and Slayed by Faith Walks on Pinterest. Okay? Thank you so much for having me, and you guys have a blessed one. Bye.
Hello, I'm Terry Love, owner and operator of Perfect Fit Custom Clothing, where if you see it or envision it, we can make it. Perfect Fit is a business that specializes in tailor-made suits and shirts for both men and women, with the option to customize. It starts from the moment you walk in. You're greeted with a smile, a warm environment, and the best hospitality. The next step in your journey is a brief consultation to help you find that unique style that you're looking for. So through this process, we'll take you through our styles, designs, and swatches. After a selection is made, we'll take all of your measurements to ensure your perfect fit. Lastly, we'll do an overview of your order. It'll be finalized, processed, and shipped directly to your front door. We are also the perfect fit for all of your special occasions, weddings, proms, ministry events, and so much more. Thank you for choosing Perfect Fit Custom Clothing. And remember, whether it's formal, business, or casual, let us custom make the perfect fit for you.
That was amazing.
It was.
God has really blessed people with some amazing talents, some amazing abilities.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all support these visionaries.
Definitely check them out. And if you have any questions, I'm sure they'll hit you up in the comments.
Yes.